Welcome back to Popular Tripe. My name's Nick. Yesterday, June the 8th, was Ghostbusters Day. In the evening on the Sony lot, or 4:30 in the morning if you were in the UK. Ectofest took place, so stick around because coming up we've got all the latest news, the announcements, everything that took place last night. Coming right up. So much to go through. I'll try and keep things moving along as quick as I can. The event started off with a video which I only caught the end of as I missed the opening. It's since gone up on YouTube, so let's take a quick look at that one now. All I saw of this before was the very end, which was the very last shot of the post-credit scene for Afterlife. The video is called Firehouse. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, I'm guessing you know why that is now. Let's take a look. Los Angeles. It's August last year. It's the LA Firehouse.
We're back at the original Firehouse in Los Angeles where they shot the interior for the 1984 film and their sequel.
Bernie, when you walk in, you can come a little more straightforward.
Already getting the feels. Music.
The first time I came on the set with Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold, we had filmed part of the time in New York, and then we had come to Los Angeles, and where the New York set was kind of confining, this was like the ultimate set. And when I walk in here now, I remember that wave of coming in here and knowing that I was a part of something that that would be special. And now, 30 plus years later, the feeling is just as strong.
The crazy thing is I remember being 12 years old on Ghostbusters 2 and sitting on those stairs over there.
This was filmed August 2021, so that post-credit scene was added that late.
What Ghostbusters does better than any movie is it brings us together as families.
Oh man. Yeah, this is where I got into it. Happy Ghostbusters Day. What comes next? We're going to find out. Yeah, so that was a nice little intro. I think I remember reading before that they'd filmed that post-credit sequence quite a bit later. Didn't quite realise how much later. August 2021. Film came out in November. And I think it had been in the can for some time before then. So it just shows what confidence they had in the film already. During the day, the Ghostbusters YouTube channel also added a couple of other short videos. The first one was the Ghostbusters Afterlife cast doing a tour of New York with all the film locations. And the second one was a breakdown of the VFX for Ghost Egon. Spoilers. Even after seeing the film so many times now, watching that VFX breakdown, it's absolutely stunning, beautiful work that they did. It's incredible. If you haven't seen that video yet, I would recommend you check it out. I'll leave the link down below, as well as the location tour one. Following on from the video that we just watched, out on stage came Ernie Hudson, the only Ghostbuster that doesn't age, and he was as amazing as ever, had the audience in the palm of his hand. Gave a brief speech about where Winston had come from, joining into the Ghostbusters, and now what he's become, head of Zedmore Industries. I can't think that we ever had confirmation that that was what his company was called. So yeah, he did talk about what came before, including the legacy that Ivan Reitman's left behind. But then he did go on to say that there was a lot more happening in the future. I'm not allowed to tell you much more than that, but rest assured we have a lot of Ghostbusting ahead. I'll just say, if need be, the flight suit still fits. Amazing. I'm sure it still fits. He doesn't bloody age. I'm sure it still fits. Ernie also went on to say that the chairman of Zedmore Industries may have turned in his flight suit for a business suit, but he will always be a Ghostbuster. So as was hinted before, Ernie Hudson still has a very big role to play in the future of Ghostbusters. We then had a rep from Hasbro come to the stage. It wasn't Pam. Was really hoping we were going to get some announcements on new toys, maybe a Scale Ecto-1 for the plasma figures, or a Gary Gruberson and Callie box set, need that 2-pack, or even some ghosts. Want that plasma Muncher, want the plasma Miner, want the plasma Bug-Eye, want the plasma new version of Gozer. Didn't get any of that. What she did show us was the limited edition Ivan Reitman Ghostbusters figure, so limited in fact they've only made 2. One's going to stay at Ghost Corp on the Sony lot, and the other is going to be auctioned off for charity. It was a really nice sculpted figure, even had a megaphone. And then she went on to talk about the HasLab Proton Pack, had some new imagery there. It's looking good. Mine's on pre-order. Can't wait, gonna have to wait. I'm guessing we're about a year away now, pending any other delays. Following on from that, I can't remember the gentleman's name unfortunately, but we had a guy come on stage dressed in Lewis Tully's tracksuit. And he was amazing. He was so full of energy. He was talking about the new video games that were coming through and a whole new Ghostbusters interactive experience called Ghostbusters Academy, where you can drive Ecto-1. It was an updated flying Ecto-1. It looked more akin to, if you've ever heard about Dan Aykroyd's original script for Ghostbusters and how futuristic that was, and they were going into space and whatever, or different dimensions. It looks like something more suited to that. Kind of wasn't for me, but in the context of more Ghostbusters content out there, I'm all for it. Logan Kim came on stage with him at the same time, completely slayed it. It was awesome. He's got that deadpan wit, completely spot on now. We then had a short video from Dan Aykroyd introducing our spectral stewards and trusted keepers of the Cadillac Keys, Gil Kennan and Jason Reitman. Now this is where things got real. We'd heard in the daytime that there was going to be a new Netflix series, new animated Netflix series for Ghostbusters. The first thing they both announced, there's going to be a new animated film as well. They said that the animated movie was of huge importance to Ivan Reitman. And via Sony Animation, apparently there's going to be all new characters, helmed by Jennifer Kluska, Chris Piranowski, hope I'm saying that right, and written by a Brenda Sue. Again, I hope I'm saying that right, apologies if I'm not. Gil Kennan obviously had previous experience with Monster House all those years ago. They then went on to talk about the new Netflix animated series. This is going to be navigating a whole unexplored era of the Ghostbusters canon, which I think is going to be really interesting. If we're sticking with our main guys, are we doing that time period between Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2? Are we doing everything that happened post Ghostbusters 2? Is it going to be serialised? Do we get hints of Egon going to where he got to in Afterlife? There's so much scope to explore there. It's going to be really exciting to see. We're a way off, but it's going to be really exciting to see. They also said that Ghost Corp is going to be teaming up with Dark Horse Comics, and they're also going to be telling an in-canon Ghostbusters story there. Canon. So they're really world building now. It's going to be so good. Well, that's it. I think I've covered everything with... Oh, hang on. No, there's one more thing. Nearly forgot. There is going to be a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Again, Gil Kennan and Jason Reitman said the last time we saw Ecto-1, it was driving back into Manhattan, the home of the Ghostbusters. That's where the story begins. We're back in New York. Apparently we're sticking with the Spengler family. There was no news about who was directing. We don't know if it's Jason or Gil or even someone else. But they did give us the special code name for the project. Ghostbusters Afterlife, if you remember, was known as Rust City. Well, they have revealed that this new sequel is going to be known for now as Firehouse. I love that. That's almost doubling down that we're staying in New York. We're going to get New York adventures. I suspect now we're going to have an excuse to have Slimer back in there. Wouldn't have made sense for him to be in Afterlife. They've already said that. All the fans saying, where's Slimer? He wouldn't be flying over to Somerville just to pop his head up. He's in New York. He's probably back chilling in the Baltimore hotel, eating hot dogs. But I have to assume we'll see him pop up again. Please to fans. We have no idea what the story's going to involve. There's lots of thoughts and opinions out there. Some people want to follow suit like they did with Afterlife and have Vigo. Don't think we need to go there. We need something new. I think with Jason Reitman and Gil Kennan involved, it's still going to be very much a love letter to everyone that supported the franchise over the years. And there's still going to be a strong emotional core to it. But you have to consider, you've got Winston there, the new Tony Stark of the Ghostbusters Corporation. Could well be we've got that firehouse up and running. The containment unit still seems to be there, albeit with alarms going off at the moment. What's all that about? I would imagine we're going to follow up with that. But let's hope we get that entire Ghostbusters Afterlife cast back. Logically, it doesn't really make any sense for them all to be moving to New York. Unless the kids are old enough and are going to uni now. Winston gives them a scholarship. Gary Gruberson and Callie could still be dating. That's why they would still both have that joint presence in the movie. And Ray's still in his shop doing all the research for them. Telling them what they need. Yeah, the possibilities are limitless. I will wrap it up there. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I think if you're still watching, you've listened to me ramble on enough. It's a very exciting time to be a Ghostbusters fan. I'm completely exhausted at the moment. Generally have stayed up for the last 24 hours, keeping track of all the new news that's coming up. But my tiredness is outweighed by my excitement for everything that we've just found out. Okay, time to rest up. What do you think? Where are they taking the franchise? Which bit of news are you most excited about? Is it the comic, the games, the animated series, the animated movie, the sequel? It's the sequel. It's got to be the sequel. Let me know in the comments down below. Good times are ahead. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit like, tap that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're excited as I am about everything that's coming through. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.